Alright, Shalom, Kal Halala, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone, where I learned this truth from. And salutations unto you, Akim, and Aquathim that do take heed and sincerity. Alright, may Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai increase your faith. Today I'm going to get into herbs for stress, for the body. And by the body, I mean twofold. The brotherly body, the whole body of the house of David, right? Because when one of us is hurting, really all the members feel it on some level, because we're all connected, right? And the other side to that is your own actual body. For the stresses and the vexations that we go through being in this word, right? So I'm gonna lay out 3 different herbs. Okay, this is not the end all be all. Okay, this isn't just because Yeremia said it. This is it. These are my 3 personal herbs. I picked the number 3, represents understanding. My personal 3 herbs that I have personally used for many years. I rarely give out things that I haven't tried myself. Usually with nutrition and holistic and natural medicine, things like that, I research, double check, triple check, and then ultimately you gotta do it on yourself, man. You gotta teach yourself first, right? You gotta have that lesson with yourself before you really give it to the people. So I'm gonna get into the herbs, and Lord's will, I'll get into the scriptures. I have a few scriptures on deck. But I'm going to read this scripture first, because we are perplexed, man. We are feeling it, man, and we're feeling it on levels that these people can never understand, because it's never just the physical. You can get beat down physically or have a headache or, have a certain condition, but we're hurting in the soul, man, in our spirit, okay? 2 Corinthians 4, I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, "For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, hath shined in our hearts." Now we know the word heart in Hebrew is lab, meaning mind. So he has shined this light into our minds, man. Because guess what? We were in gross darkness, pursuant to the curses in Deuteronomy 28. Thou shalt grope as the blind gropeth in the day. Right? To give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Most High in the face of Yahushua Mashiach. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of thy power may be of the Most High and not of us. So what does that mean? That we have this treasure in earthen vessels. What is the earthen vessels? Is these bodies, these vain, weak-willed bodies, man. And the glory of it is that the elect, whoever they may be, they will still overcome everything that they're really not supposed to. Why? Because again, we're in these bodies. These bodies are not supposed to overcome what the brothers are overcoming right now. It's through the Spirit, man. And that's why that's how you know the glory is truly of the Lord. It's not of us. If the Lord gave us spiritual power, we would be high-minded. But to beat this thing and to keep going and fighting in these weak ass bodies, that's something else, man, Verse 8, "We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken." Right? Cast down, but not destroyed. Right? Because every side, man, on every side, from your relatives to your woman, to maybe your children, your work life, your boss, your finances, you are troubled on every side, man. Right? You're perplexed, but we're not fully falling down. We're just getting beat, and sooner or later you gotta learn, like brother Howard says, you gotta learn to roll with the punches. In boxing, there's a thing called rolling with the punches. The punch might be coming to your chin, and you move with the punch, you roll it off so you don't take the full impact. You got to learn how to do these things in this word, right? Verse 10, always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Yahushua. So we're miserable, we're boring to you people. You know, we don't do the so-called fun things that you people do, right? That the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our body, right? So we're bearing about what? The cross of the Lord. Did not the Lord said, bear your cross? Which is what? This burden, man. This burden, which he went through. He went through the ultimate burden, but he went through the burden of being in the flesh as well. And dealing with foolish Israelites, man. And feeling things you don't feel in the spirit or in your celestial body. So up here, the first herb is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is also known as ginseng, but the East Indian version. Okay, I've used this herbs for many years. As it says, one of the world's most renowned herbs, adaptogenic nightshade. Adaptogenic, when you brothers hear that word, you know, oh, that means for stress. Because adaptogenic means what? It lets your body adapt to the stress. When you have an over amount of stress, the gland that deals in your body with the stress is called adrenal glands. Okay, which they produce adrenaline and cortisol and a bunch of other hormones. Majority of brothers' adrenal glands are fucked. I know that from personal failure. I've had adrenal failure. Adrenal failure, man, you might get 10 hours of sleep, you wake up, you're dead tired, man. You know, I went through that a few years back and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was probably 23, maybe 24. And it's stress, it's not sleeping, it's worrying, it's catching hell. And what happens over time, your adrenals get depleted because you're not sleeping, you're not providing the right nutrition, you don't reset it. And over a while after, basically what happens is there's really extreme cases with people. If you look up adrenal failure, where people can't even walk up the steps, it's too hard for them. It's actually so mentally challenging that they start to break down and cry, right? That's how serious adrenal glands are. But what happened with me, I woke up one day and I felt like, you know, that headache you get, but it feels like someone's pressing down on your head and you want to shut your eyes. But then when you shut your eyes, you get a bigger headache. That's what I went through, you know, and I couldn't do anything. I had no energy and I had like 8-9 hours of sleep. But it was that day where adrenal said, look, man, it's depleted. And what happened was I brewed a tea of ashwagandha, and it was actually a Saturday, and I went to the highways, man, through the Spirit of the Lord. You know, and then after that, I really started noticing and reading about adrenal glands, and I didn't understand these things. A brother also in the camp, he came to me with this issue as well. You become irritable. You become, basically, you cannot deal with stress as easily. Every little thing irritates you. You snap at the drop of a dime. You know, that's what adrenal failure is. Okay? And like I said, majority of us already have depleted adrenals. So we might be on the last leg and might, you know, taking hits. Right? So again, when you brothers read adaptogenic herbs, adaptogenic means these herbs let you deal with the stress easier, to adapt to it, basically, adapt to your environment. And like I said, I'm gonna bring out information about it, and I've used these herbs in these kinds of situations, and it works. Adaptogenic nightshade from India and the pepper family, known as Indian ginseng, provides energy and a rejuvenating lift while at the same time calming and soothing the nerves. So this herb I really like, ashwagandha, because you can take it before bed. Some of the other herbs I'm going to mention, you cannot really take it before bed because it's too much energy. You know, you won't sleep. This herb on the flip side actually works twofold. It gives you the energy, but also you can take it before bed to get sleep. It's a beautiful herb, man. The Lord is the like Isa has a term called intelligent designer. He doesn't want to call it the Most High. Well, the Most High is all intelligence, man. He has all your intel. Okay. Chemically similar to ginseng, again, yet superior in relieving stress. Okay, and the two other herbs I'm going to mention is dealing with the ginseng, but there's many kinds of ginsengs. I was going to say two, but two main ones I'm gonna talk about. Right? Roots used to make famous medicinal powder, great for exhaustion from physical and mental stress, stress-related ulcers, nervous exhaustion, depression. Helps boost thyroid hormone and adrenals to prevent stress-caused thyroid burnout. Popular aphrodisiac, increasing libido and performance in 75% of men who use it. Again, that works, and your adrenals are straight attached to your libido, your nature. your adrenals are down, your nature is down. Too much stress literally depletes your body of oxygen. It's suffocating you, it's constricting you. And this is what the type of things the brothers go through. So I'm giving the Akyam these little things that the Lord has created, as it says in the book of Psalms 104. Herbs were created for the service of man. So these herbs are your servants. Never forget that. These herbs are your servants doing work. You don't even know what they're doing. You don't know when you're ingesting these things. They start working on a cellular level, man. They can go up to your brain. They can cross the blood-brain barrier. They can work on your central nervous system, on your glands, which is very important. Your glands are is the master room that controls everything, starting with the pineal gland, the master gland, or pineal and the pituitary, very two important glands, and the pituitary is linked with the adrenal gland. Okay. And I'm not going to read everything. You brothers can go into it. The next one is Eleuthero. Salakia. Now, Eleuthero, that herb is actually called Siberian ginseng. Very popular. I've actually been using it for the last few months. And my experience is this, man. I'm going to be straight up. This is no BS. When I'm in times of great stress and I feel like, okay, I'm going through it, I get this, man. The Spirit told me to get this. I got this back in, like a few months back. May. I've been using it on and off. I get a bottle of 90 capsules and ingest it. This basically, the best way I can put it, man, like, again, no BS, is the stress, like, it doesn't faze you. Like, you're just in the moment. Like, whatever hell you're going through, you might be getting evicted, man. You owe the credit bureau money, or your car breaks down, or you're on the verge of losing your job, whatever. I mean stress, grown man stress. Okay, this herb basically makes the bullets bounce off you, so to speak. This herb makes you go in cruise control, and all the stress that you're getting, it don't really faze you. It don't really I'm nervous, and this herb, you're calm, man. Okay, and this herb is very intelligent in the way the Most High made it. When I read about it before, I'm going to read a little here. It says, famous invigorating adaptogen with dark blueberries that regulates stress, strengthens adrenal and kidney function. Again, why? Because your adrenal glands are tiny little glands that sit upon where? Your kidneys. Your adrenals sit upon your kidneys. So if your kidneys are messed up, most chances, again, it's because it's going back to the adrenals. They're interconnected. Your kidneys are used to purify, among other things. It purifies and filters more rather the water, and takes out the sodium, the excess, and it does a bunch of things. The sodium potassium pump, right? It says here, strengthens adrenal and kidney function, physical endurance, and mental memory enhancement through its blood oxygen enriching properties, meaning it helps deliver the blood, which carries the oxygen and nutrients up to the brain. So there's no surprise why your memory would enhance, and mental focus and strength and all those things enhances with it. Eleuthero is a great herb for anyone who's involved in sports or work that demands strength and endurance, and fatigued, stressed people with burned out adrenals and endocrine system. Okay? Again, here, be cautious if you have high blood pressure. So always look at herbs and understand there's contraindications with the herbs, which contraindication just mean like if you're taking medications, it might interfere. Or if you have a certain condition, it might interfere as well, because this is all, at the end of the day, chemistry. This is natural chemistry. Esau does unnatural chemistry. This is a great herb. What's not mentioned here, and I read it also, you brothers can look it up if you want to delve into this herb more, is this herb was tested by the Russians, which them Russians, man, they test every fucking thing for their special agents and military men. And what it does, they found interesting, is it actually somehow, again, this is of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. You know that Esau's a damn fool talking about this was all a big bang accident chance occurrence. But this herb, this amazing great herb the Most High created, it actually somehow gives you stress in your body. it gives you the stress to start adapting to it. It actually gives you that little, just like when you go out as a kid, you play in the sand, you go here, you go there, you might get a little sniffle, you get sick, and then after what, your immune system becomes adapted and more stronger because you've went out there, you felt the dirt. So this herb does the same thing in that way, that it gives you that little stress, and then it just enough to kickstart that system, and boom, you're more adaptable to that. So keep in mind, man, I've been using this herb. Very, very good herb, man. Next one is regular ginseng, but again, there's many kinds of different ginsengs. Down here it says the most famous adaptogen of all herbs. Taking it for several months to a year is far more effective than short-term doses. Keep that in mind. Some of these herbs, it's based upon collectivism. You gotta take it consistency. Slakia. It's based upon consistency. You gotta take it consistently, and it will help you greatly. Okay, you can't really just take it here. Oh, it didn't work. Fuck it. You got to take these herbs, and these herbs are working on you, because these are your hormonal systems, man. Your glands. It's not a weekly, even a 1 month fix. Okay, but these herbs do work quick as well. Used for cardiovascular disorders like heart attack, heart disease, lowers high blood pressure, inhibits growth of liver cancer cells, helps amino acids become protein. Good for anyone drinking alcohol with a damaged stomach lining, because it has polysaccharides that protect against alcohol-induced gastric ulcers. Hormone balancer, that's what we're looking for. An aphrodisiac for both men and women. Only herb to clinically test as a plant source of testosterone, increases sperm count. Like Viagra, ginseng enhances nitric oxide synthesis, which regulates muscle tone of blood vessels that control flow to the penis, leading to stronger erection for impotent men, and cardiovascular performance for sports and bodybuilders or bodybuilding. Supports adrenal and prostate functions. Okay. Now again, this one you can take. There's Korean ginseng. There's American ginseng. There's a lot of different ones. I personally took, I think, Korean ginseng. You know, research which one. You know, but you'll feel it, man. You'll get that little. You'll start getting that energy. There's different ways of taking it. You can take it as a tea. You can get a tincture, which is very strong, 10 times stronger and much faster. Incorporated by your body. You can also take it in capsules. I like taking it personally in capsules, but there's many methods, man, whichever way you like it. You know? Let's go. Psalms 116:1. I love the Lord Yahweh, because he hath heard my voice and my supplications, because he hath inclined his ear unto me. Therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the pains of hell gat hold upon me. I found trouble and sorrow. See, we're in trouble and sorrow, man. It's not no game. You can lose your mind, man. So brothers gotta know what to take when you're going through these big storms. You'll start feeling it, man. When you start getting up in age, man. When you're younger, in your late teens and early 20s, you know, your body's dealing with it, but you start getting them headaches, man. You gotta deal with it. Then called I upon the name of the Lord Yahweh. O Yahweh, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. Gracious is the Lord Yahweh, and righteous. Yea, our power is merciful. The Lord Yahweh preserveth the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. See, you got to pray to the Lord, man, first and foremost. But the Lord created these herbs for the service of man, so you must use them. It says, foolish are they that abhor these herbs, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Alright? The Lord Yahweh preserveth the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord Yahweh hath dealt bountifully with thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. I will walk before the Lord Yahweh in the land of the living. See, I believe, therefore have I spoken. I was greatly afflicted. See? And doesn't it say in the scriptures, many are the afflictions of the righteous? Right? I believe, therefore have I spoken. I was greatly afflicted. I said in my haste, all men are liars. What shall I render unto the Lord Yahweh for all his benefits toward me? We're not even deserving of this, man, but the Lord is still dealing with us and helping us, man. You know? I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh. I will pay my vows unto the Lord Yahweh now in the presence of all his people. Precious in the sight of the Lord Yahweh is the death of his saints. O Lord Yahweh, truly I am thy servant, I am thy servant and the son of thine handmaid. Thou hast loosened my bonds. I will offer to thee the sacrifice of thanksgiving, and will call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh. I will pay my vows unto the Lord Yahweh now in the presence of all his people, in the courts of the Lord Yahweh's house, in the midst of thee, O Jerusalem. Praise thee the Lord Yahweh. That's right, man. You know, we wouldn't be here, man. We wouldn't be able to do any of this shit, any of this righteousness, man. Salakia, you know. It's of the Lord that we're here, man. And again, to abhor these herbs and not really use them, research them, brothers, and then try them out for yourself, man. Again, this is a little highlight. This is not the end all be all. Research your own. I'm just giving you my little 3 pieces, 3 cents right here. Okay. Khan, and with that, I hope Yakim and Akwathim were edified. I want to say Kal Halalyam La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, who I have learned this truth from, who do well, and salutations unto you Akim and Akwathim that do take heed. Until next time, Lord's will, I say Shalom.